Hi Scorpio, it's Romy Wyser here. Welcome to my new YouTube channel. I'm really excited to have you join me. This is the reading for September 2019. So if you are a Scorpio sun, rising or moon, it may well resonate for you. If it doesn't, please go ahead and check out the readings for both your rising and your moon. But if it does, then you might like to join me with the extended version, and I'll pop a link below the video for that, Scorpio. And we just go a little bit deeper into the narrative with the extended. You also receive an accompanying worksheet with that, where I will pull out some of the key themes that we've talked about and provide you with some journaling prompts and affirmations just to support you through this month of September. Okay? So if you do enjoy the reading, please go ahead, like and share, and drop me a comment below. I love to receive your feedback. And make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future monthly updates from me. I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera so you're going to see the cards as I pull them for your reading for September, Scorpio. And I hope it resonates. Thank you so much for joining me, and let's get started. Hi Scorpio, this is your monthly reading for September 2019. So thanks so much for tuning in to my new YouTube channel. Let's go ahead and see what's coming out for you in the cards for this month. Okay, Scorpio, so we are beginning with the energy of the full moon coming in here. So I'm feeling in this state of slightly ungrounded energy, and maybe there's a situation that has you feeling somewhat confused or overly emotional at the moment. Your keen intuitive senses have been awakened because of some sort of situation that's going on around you at the moment, and it feels that you are, there's almost a sense of you just like moving between worlds at the moment, trying to gain clarity and perspective upon a situation, and just feeling like there's some kind of fog or haze that's around you just now. And it's quite likely that there's some really profound messages that are coming through for you at the moment, really strong signs that I'm going to say might not make complete sense right now for you, okay? But I feel as we move through this month of September, you're going to start to get a clearer picture about the recent events and unfoldings and what that means for you, Scorpio, right? So we're in this season of Virgo. Virgo's hitting into your 11th house of groups, friendships, the way that you're networking, the way that you're relating to the world. And it feels to me that we're almost oscillating between this need to be the lone wolf right now, and then this deeper desire to want to connect to something deeper, more meaningful. And maybe there's some internal struggle or confusion around that aspect of things, or maybe there's somebody in your life right now. Certainly the moon connects into a water sign, which could be yourself or could be another Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancerian, where you're just feeling uncertain. You know, Saturn has been retrograde for the last few months, and it's going to be turning direct on the 18th of this month in September. And it's been retrograde in your third house of communication and expression. Now, for me, you know, the moon energy is one that can cause real chaos in terms of communication and expression. So you might have found in these last few months that you've really been turned inside out, and there's been a lot of learning about how you want to relate, how you're choosing to express yourself, how you feel understood, where you feel seen and heard. And maybe this is now the opportunity, as we're moving into this 11th house activity and direct with Saturn, for you to re-establish yourself and feel more clear-minded about where you want to be, how you want to show up, how you want to connect with others. And really, as you've sort of stepped into this new cycle following that eclipse season in the summer, you know, what you've learned about yourself, and now it's about the integration of that. It certainly feels as we're in that first period of September, though, you're still feeling a little bit ungrounded despite that Virgo energy sort of offering you that earth medicine and healing. So where is there a situation where you're still trying to make sense of it? And I feel like part of the work that you're going to need to do is from a deeply intuitive place around this, Scorpio, right? I don't feel that you're getting that crystal clear clarity straight away as we begin this month. You know, the full moon is in Pisces on the 14th of September, another water sign for you. So it makes it easier in some ways for you to navigate into that water energy because you're very at home there, Scorpio. It's hitting your 5th house, so relating to children, to beauty, harmony, creativity. So it's about how you're balancing up everything that feels good in your world and where you need to look at what needs to be released in order to make space for higher frequency energies that are going to support you in that 5th house activity, right? Okay, so we could be dealing with a fire sign energy here. We've got Aries, Sagittarius or Leo. So maybe there's some kind of confused situation with regards to a fire sign energy if this is not you, Scorpio, and I don't really feel it is. I think we're looking at another connection coming in here. There's obviously been a lot going on with this influence right now. King of Wands feels like maybe has some clear ideas or intentions about the way things should be done or how things need to evolve or unfold for you. You know, if this is in a work situation, it may be that you feel a little bit confused about the direction of something, or maybe unsure about actually the motives. You know, there's almost a deceptive energy that can come in sometimes with that full moon. So maybe you're still trying to weigh things up. And, you know, at the end of the day, Scorpio, nothing really gets past that keen intuitive psychic ability that you have, which is just innate in your, you know, in your energetic DNA. And that full moon is suggestive that you are right to trust yourselves at the moment with regards to whatever's going on with this fire sign energy. Of course, he could be coming in to try and help clear that confusion, or coming in as trying to be a supportive energy to you. We'll get a little bit more clarity on that as we move through the reading. But certainly I've got quite a strong presence of him as we open the month of September around you, Scorpio. Okay. Okay, yeah, so devil energy is coming up here, and for me it feels like there's definitely a situation that has you feeling really restricted, really suffocated almost in some instances. Is this relating to this fire energy or a situation that's happened through the period of maybe of July? We've just come out of that Leo season, right? So it could just be linking back to that timing. And, you know, remember the devil ruled by Saturn is also linking into the lessons that you've been dealing with Saturn retrograde as well. So how you express yourself, how you're dealing with those emotional triggers, Scorpio, right? So if we look at this from a kind of soul growth perspective, the devil always is coming in on a really interesting narrative to talk to us about where we have unhealthy obsessions, addictions, where we hold ourselves in this self-imposed prison at times for fear of moving forward, for fear of being able to communicate or express ourselves in new ways. And so I feel like you are being really challenged and somewhat provoked by the energy of this devil coming in, but he's also coming in to help release you. Remember, he's coming in to help release the way that you are holding yourself in a specific place, right? Or maybe being held in a specific place by a particular energy or a particular situation. So I do feel that you're gaining a deeper understanding of yourself because of what's unfolding through this month of September, is what I want to say. And remember, you know, we're moving into Libra energy on the 23rd of this month, and that's hitting your 12th house of closure, endings, but it's also bringing in that deep sense of healing. But it can be kind of like unsettling, that 12th house stuff, right? So as you move through September, you're dealing with an awful lot of stuff that's getting brought up and unearthed, and you know that can cause you to over obsess and kind of move yourself into like a really challenging thought-based energy. But actually I feel like he's showing up for me as your greatest teacher this month, really, genuinely. And this is about how you will choose to see the mirror of what's being reflected back at you. You know, these issues of power and control that are always very evident when the devil's coming through. You know, it might be a situation, particularly where we're looking at King of Wands energy, who's that kind of successful businessman, but, you know, maybe somebody who's very focused on business at all costs and making choices and decisions that are quite ruthless, and maybe there's some uncertainty around your involvement or the way that you are having to deal with that, right? So you could be right in the midst of a situation where you don't necessarily align with choices and decisions that are being made, but you are feeling powerless to some extent to be able to influence those. So it is showing me that you are having a very profound sense of awakening about why these situations are showing up in your life. And if this is with regards to personal relationships, like maybe you are feeling overly powerless in a situation right now. You know, on the flip side, there's a heck of a lot of desire that comes through with this devil energy. It could be a Capricorn as well. So, you know, we might be dealing with, you know, fire sign with that King of Wands, or the King of Wands could be embodying this real sense of desire. So your thoughts and energy could be very directed towards somebody, but there's definitely some confusion or uncertainty that's going on with this situation for you at the moment, Scorpio. Starting your reading with 2 major arcana, so these are quite powerful themes that are being presented. Okay, so 5 of Wands energy coming in here, Scorpio. So there's definitely this sense, you know, when we look at how it's coming up with the moon and devil energy, of real inner conflict over something. And feeling challenged, right? Maybe you're feeling challenged and you're having to stand up for yourself in a certain situation, or you're having to overcome some sense of competition, or some sense of outside influence and external noise and kind of slight chaos, right? And, you know, even though these energies feel quite provocative, I actually think they're here to really support you. I feel that they are pushing you because it's about almost this, you know, we're about to move in after Libra season direct into your own solar returns, and that 12th house stuff is helping you to release so that you can move into the new energy of yourself and have that complete transformation and rebirth. So we have to deal with the conflict that is arising within ourselves right now, because it's telling us something. The contrast that we're experiencing at this moment in time is here to show us, and there's still more clouds going on in the background here. So, you know, this sense of fog and haze, and linking in with that kind of haze of the full moon energy, things not being quite revealed yet, can be frustrating for you as well. So maybe you feel like you're even kind of fighting in the dark, so to speak. You know, maybe there's some deeper shadow stuff, but let's face it, if there's a sign that can deal with that, it's definitely you. You don't always need to have the full picture. You can literally intuitively sense your way through any situation just by relying on those deeper psychic abilities that you just inherently have. But it certainly feels like there could be some petty quarrels, some arguments coming up, maybe something that you're having to deal with where you do feel quite powerless, or definitely the sense of deeper inner conflict that's going on. But I think this is all leading to a really important awakening, understanding, and sense of liberation that's going to come for you. Okay, so yeah, more confused energy coming through, that Neptune energy coming in with the 7 of Cups here, along with the moon. There's a lot of fantasy stuff going on here, right? And if we do link this back to you maybe having some kind of thoughts and desires toward a specific person, there's definitely a lot of thinking about what could be. Maybe some of you are in some, maybe somewhat unhealthy situations with regards to your personal connections at the moment. And it's leading to this real confusion based on fantasy and reality. But I also look upon this as you presented with a series of choices following what you are experiencing and learning about yourself through this month of September, Scorpio, right? And those choices are really helping you to dictate what life is going to look like for you moving forward. I think the Seven of Cups is a reminder that we need to have that imaginative, that very flowing, almost slightly detached and moving into that kind of spiritual aspect of ourselves. And with the full moon, you're absolutely doing that. It just feels like you're walking through different dimensions the whole of September. So maybe you're not going to feel so grounded through this month, but I think it's serving a purpose for you, right? It's definitely serving a purpose for you. I don't know, with the devil and then this kind of snake coming up, maybe there's just some things you need to look out for, some situations arising or people just being slightly disingenuous around you. But again, I think that you are being put in a position of real understanding and knowing why these things are being presented to you, because out of it you are almost being able to express a more powerful side of yourself and taking control of a situation in a way that maybe you wouldn't have previously. Or maybe it's just helping you to say, I'm done with this. I need to let this go. I need to release what is not serving me anymore. And in that 12th house, as we move into Libra, you're absolutely going to be in the energy to be able to do that, Scorpio. This King of Wands is just really kind of jumping out of this reading for me. So there's definitely a dominance of this energy coming through. Okay, Queen of Swords. You could be dealing with a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra in this situation. This could be representative of you. If it's you, it feels to me, Scorpio, that what we're seeing right now is that with all of that emotional stuff going on and all of the intensity within your thoughts and in this sort of that restrictive kind of devil energy that just feels like it's taking over. Queen of Swords comes in with this beautiful sword to help cut through a lot of that and to actually help you in some ways to emotionally detach from the situation. And there's this beautiful release that I feel can take place when you allow yourself to do that, and very transformational, right, with the butterflies coming through here. Beautiful link into spirit as well. So I just feel you've got somebody in spirit very close around you, protecting you through this month of September as well. Your angels are wrapped right around you. But I do feel that this Queen of Swords energy, if this is you, Scorpio, it is telling you that it's important to make decisions and choices from a place of discernment and wisdom. Queen of Swords has been there and seen it, and she really takes no prisoners, right? And she's coming at it from a place of what's for your highest good, what's for your best self. This isn't about leading too much with your heart, being too impulsive. This is quite a clear-minded sense of clarity coming through, which you're going to need following all this Seven of Cups and Moon energy. But she's absolutely going to be able to take control of the situation. If this is somebody else that you're dealing with, when we place this right below the Devil and the Moon, if it's an air sign, could be male or female Scorpio, but certainly you might be feeling some real uncertainty with regards to this person, and they could be coming up in a fairly blocking position with the way that these energies are coming out. But what I will say is that it does feel that you're going to know where you stand, even if not initially, right? So if this energy is coming in to change a situation or make something very clear to you, you're going to be under no illusions with that. Even if it's going to then trigger you, let's think about why it's triggering you. What is the motivation of this individual, and why is that triggering you, and what is it helping you to release, because we're in 12th house stuff when we're into Libra, right? And in Virgo season in your 11th house, it's about how you're relating to these group situations, to these the way that you are relating and showing up in terms of the community, the friendships that you have. So yeah, I think she's coming in as, again, I feel this month for you, Scorpio, there's this sense of like real teachers showing up, and even if they feel challenging in their energies at times, I think that if you can step outside of yourself, which Queen of Swords is really going to be able to help you to do, the energy of that Queen of Swords, step outside of yourself and look back in on what's unfolding. There is just a huge amount of information and understanding from an energetic perspective about cause and effect, decisions and choices, the way that you are moving through this time period, and what is then showing up for you. And I really feel, based on the energy that's coming through from her, that you are actually going to take quite a lot from that, and there's a heck of a lot of wisdom that you're going to gain as a result of what it is that you're experiencing this month, Scorpio. Okay, so Three of Swords, at its rawest form, is there some heartbreak? Is there some upset and tears that are being released? It certainly feels that there is this sense of slight restriction around the energy, but it's also very clearing, right? I feel this beautiful sense of clearing. And again, just with what we talked about here, with you gaining such an understanding about the mirror impacts of people's decisions, choices, behaviours, and your own response to them, there's a lot of personal truth for me that's coming up in this particular energy. And I know it looks kind of quite savage, right, this particular reflection of the Three of Swords in this deck, but I actually feel really optimistic about when this comes in, because I just feel, especially when we're combining it with the Queen of Swords, like this is truth, right? Absolute truth. The Queen of Swords she's not lying, right? There's no lies coming through here. This is absolute honesty piercing through, and the honesty is coming to give you a release. And so even if it is causing some pain, there's also a liberation and a sense of freedom that needs to come in with this. And all of this water energy that's below the swords is also helping you to move forward. I just feel like there's a flow that's going to come in that's really important. You've got a lot of water in your reading, Scorpio, which again we say you're at home with, right? With, being that water sign and needing that kind of depth. So this is almost allowing you to go where you need to in terms of where you've held on to emotional wounds, perhaps. This could also be a third-party situation that you're dealing with, right? So maybe this energy is coming up as somebody who's being revealed to you through that full moon, and you're having to address the fallout or the outcome of what that means for you, right? But honestly, I feel that 3 is necessary. The 3 is clearing all of the uncertainty, all of the confusion, and putting you in an energy that says, okay, I know exactly where I stand, I know exactly where I'm at, what I have to do, and where I have to do the work on myself. So 2 of Cups energy coming in here just as we complete this set. So is this heartbreak over a situation, a relationship, a close bond? If it's a work situation, a very close colleague or a partnership. If this is a romantic situation, has there been some kind of upset to do with this air sign energy? Or is this somebody in your life that was just, you had an incredible bond with, and then there's been some kind of upset around this? But in order for it to transform, in order for it to allow you to move forward on your path, it feels like whatever is unfolding or has unfolded, if this has already shown up for you, Scorpio, is really necessary for your next stage of the journey, right? And I feel like this feels unfinished to me because it's almost like I feel paused on the journey. I've just got this path coming in, and yeah, maybe there's another mountain to climb here. Maybe there's something else still to come in that we need to overcome. But remember, everything that's being presented to you this month is for your highest good. It's happening for you, not to you. And I feel that if there is a desire to want to take a connection to another level, or to connect with yourself in a different way, this feels positive. There's something about this fire sign also being in the mix, so I think it's going to be interesting when we look at the extended reading. And if you want to join me with the extended reading, it's about another 20 minutes or so where we just go deeper into the story to see how it's going to transform and conclude for you in this month. So I'm just going to pull a couple of oracle cards just to see how they are complementing things, Scorpio. Okay, wild. Okay, a lot of water coming in here as well. A lot of red here, so for me, just showing that sense of intensity, that passion, that love. And I don't know, I feel that you are quite focused and intent around a situation that has you. I mean, you're a fixed sign, right? So there is this sense of you can get very single-minded when you're locked in on something or someone. But there is this sense of you just needing to have almost like a liberation, almost like a wild abandon. And if you think about that moon energy, sometimes we really just do need to howl at the moon, Sometimes we need to release something. And that, Three of Swords energy is very stormy, but sometimes that storm has to come so that it clears the air of something, right? And maybe you need that wildness, that sense of real intensity to be able to break free from the chains of whatever's been going on for you as well, with this devil energy coming up. But again, maybe a huge sense of desire going on with a particular situation or person, it feels. Okay, so I'm just going to pull one of the moon cards here to get a sense of timing with things and see how La Luna wants to join the story. Okay, what do you need to release? Waning moon. Okay, interesting. So I think where we're talking about this devil energy and this Three of Swords is really helping you to let go of something. We're in 12th house activity for you as we move into Libra. So this is deep stuff, but I feel as we move into that kind of winter period, right, when I'm picking up the kind of energy of this particular card, you are really allowing something to transform in your world and really welcoming in a rebirth around a certain situation and something within yourself, Scorpio. I do feel like you're going to find a deeper sense of acceptance and forgiveness over something within yourself as you look to embrace a new beginning. So you have to look at yourself with fresh eyes and a new perspective, I feel, as we're moving into your solar returns next month in October, Scorpio. So I can see where this story is taking you, and it's definitely to a place where you are ready to. There's like a really big leveling up in terms of your spiritual growth through this month of September is what I feel. Light and the unexpected. Okay. I really like this. Of course, this dark energy of the card, feeling perfectly at home for the Scorpio energy, right? But I guess as well, it's just reminding us that even though we can go through really challenging situations and we can be faced with sometimes intolerable sense of cruelty or pain or real issues of hardship within ourselves, right? Real mental anxiety, that it has so much to deliver us about who we truly are as a soul being and what we're experiencing and why these things are showing up to help us evolve on our own unique individual journey. And I also have a sense of just you receiving through this month really beautiful signs from Spirit. You know, that full moon energy for me as we opened the reading is just a reminder that actually your ability to receive information, support, guidance and love from beyond the veil is going to be really strong. So watch out for the dreams that you're having through the month of September as well, Scorpio, because I think they're going to help you to connect and to receive information and messages really where you need it most. Okay, so if this has resonated with you, Scorpio, you can go ahead and share the video. Please subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to join me for the extended reading, which is about another 20 minutes or so, I'm going to pop the link below. But I'm just going to clarify these cards to see what is going to be coming up for us in that extended reading. Okay, so just going to go ahead and clarify the moon energy here. So King of Swords could be dealing with an air sign energy here. Maybe it's linking into this Queen of Swords energy, so Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. King of Coins, wow, 3 kings already in your reading here, Scorpio. You could be dealing with an earth sign here, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Or maybe it's you looking at your sense of stability and security right now. Just clarifying that King of Wands, Knight of Swords, okay. The Tower, yeah. I kind of feel with this King of Wands energy, I'm not really sure, like it's coming in on the, you know, with the right intentions or with the best sense of what's right for you. 6 of Wands, okay. Let's go ahead and clarify this Devil and see what's going on here. 3 of Cups, okay. Could be a third-party situation. This might be something to do with a friendship that you're dealing with, Scorpio, especially with all that 3rd house, 11th house activity. 9 of Wands, okay. I'm just going to pull one more here. 10 of Cups. Your family situation here. Something coming to impact your peace and harmony. Remember we talked about the 5th house activity and the full moon in Pisces for you. Definitely about how you create that sense of peace and stability at home, and that Devil energy coming in there is just impacting it, right? Okay, 5 of Wands clarified with the Knight of Wands. 4 of Wands, okay. Definitely some emphasis around house and home or your work environment here. Clarified 7 of Cups here, 6 of Swords. Just really ready to move away from something. I feel just moving away from this sense of confusion or uncertainty or overwhelm. But all this water really showing your emotions. Okay, Page of Wands bringing in messages. Communication could also be a fire sign that we're dealing with here again. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in the mix. Somebody younger. High Priestess. I really like this actually. I feel that this Queen is bringing in a tremendous amount of wisdom and quiet counsel for you. The Moon again, of course, really linking into your intuitive psychic. And I honestly feel this Queen of Swords could be someone coming through from Spirit for you as well. Okay, we just flipped a card here. Temperance, just going to add that there. 3 of Swords, let's clarify here. 7 of Cups again, okay. 9 of Coins. Feeling quite isolated. Maybe this is also to do with the work situation though, or about where you feel successful or how that's being impacted right now. 2 of Cups, 4 of Coins. Still in a state of building something. Oh, 2 Cups again, wow, okay, interesting. Maybe there's a new relationship coming in. There's certainly a brand new beginning showing for you here. Okay. Moving away from a period of loss or abandonment in some way. Okay, Scorpio. So we are going to go ahead and continue this in the extended reading if you'd like to join me. Thanks so much for tuning in. I really hope this has resonated if it's your sun, rising or moon sign. If not, please go ahead and check out some of the other readings, and I'll touch base with you again next month when we welcome in your birthday month. Okay, thanks. Bye.